Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a special edition of Main Street Media TV, where today Dr. Caleb Gresham, Jeff Jacobs, and I are joined by the legend.
The legend.
The legend. The farewell tour of Wild Bill Vance.
Oh, my goodness.
We've got, you know, a lot of things. Well, one of the things, we probably need a segment of just the names that we call him.
But that's on my list.
Because we have a lot of names, and some of them we can share here, and we call him on a daily basis. But
some they can't share.
Some they can share, and some we can't. But Dr. Chris Vance is heading out to greener pastures of being retired and still hanging around the school till the end of the year. So it's not like you're gone, but and then once you serve your sentence of 90 days, we'll be seeing you. As most folks do know, may not know, once you retire from school system, you have to kind of set out 90 days just to make sure. But has it hit you yet? Is it kind of getting surreal yet?
No, probably the biggest thing that hit me was when they hired Jordan Humphreys, and it was official. I didn't think much about it that night, and the next morning I woke up and I'm like,
here we are. Hang on.
Oh, we're having to go ahead and give you some tinkering with you.
all right.
Well, I mean, this is how we do things around here. We like to have stuff. Did he take him off? Oh, are we still on the air? Are we still?
Yes.
We still on there? I mean, we just want to make sure.
This is the perfect way. This is the perfect way.
Now look, I got it taken care of.
Okay, this is kind of how we roll.
This is
Professional right here, man.
We've been trying to silence Vance for years.
Just like watching an episode of The Office right in front of our eyes.
That's exactly right. I will tell you this. I know you all are big Office fans.
Yeah.
And Caleb had talked about it for years. And I just show is so stupid. And I started watching it, and I'm telling you, for the last 3 years, I literally watch it every night before I go to bed. I've watched every episode.
Yep.
Every episode.
Yep.
I mean, I love it. Even my 4-year-old, she'll say, "Dad, you want to watch The Office?" But you were talking about the next morning you woke up and.
Oh yeah, I woke up the next morning and I was like, something doesn't feel right. What is it? And I'm like, oh, I don't have any stress. I don't have to try to figure out what to do next year. I don't have to do this. I don't have to worry about this. I'm never getting on a bus again.
Amen.
If they say, listen, the only way you can live is on this bus, I'm like, well, I'm dying. I'm not getting on that bus.
You're not going to miss that yellow dog.
I'm not going to miss that at all.
That's one thing that I did not miss about coaching.
Yeah.
I hated to ride a school bus.
Yeah.
I'm not a school bus guy. But Dr. Gresham and I have been around you. Well, you've been around here longer than we have.
I've been here 26 years.
And you started in year
95.
1995, which happens to be my senior year. Shout out
Let's
class
go.
of 95. I've got a.
So he graduated, and you came to Garrett, right?
Yeah. No, I was hard. Well, did you graduate?
The spring of 95.
Okay, spring. I started in the fall of 95.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, never mind. But I've got.
It's the reason I accepted because you weren't there.
Well, I don't blame you because I've got a picture here. I want to make sure. I just remembered that. I don't know if
Jeff,
you can
do some
zoom
magic
into
here,
this, Jeff.
They've been seen many times.
If you
Let's
can
go.
see this.
It was a different style.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, hang on.
This is one of
I
my
think
favorites.
I've got that video
have that
from football
video?
season.
Oh, that's even better here.
Yeah,
Hang
great.
on.
That's
Here it comes.
That's
Here
one
it
of the
comes.
best.
Hang on.
Here we go.
You
We're gonna
ready?
have to make sure we see.
Oh,
it's
there it
just-
is.
just
There
the
it is.
best.
Yeah,
As we like.
it's magical. It's got the music behind it and everything.
Oh,
We do
that
like this
football
stuff.
game. My
Oh,
God.
there it
cool.
is.
Look
There
at
You
it
it.
is.
understand?
Oh,
Oh, you under,
beautiful.
I'm kind of a big deal.
It was. I was getting updates from Ella, my daughter, during the game. She goes,
Oh, there's the shirts.
and I'm like, have they said anything? And she goes, oh, just this, and sent me. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, we've got to.
That's a lot of fun.
That's right. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
It was.
So you started in 1995. Was that straight out of school?
Yes, I was actually going. The day I found out the job was open, I was on my way to graduate school at UK. I was going to go ahead and finish my master's, and I got a call saying this job's open. If you wanted you to go down now, so I got ready, came down here. Did not know where Garrard County was.
Well, you're from the big city of Paris.
Big city of Paris, I know.
The big city of
We're separated
Paris.
by election in
International,
Nicholasville.
right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And came down here. I tell you, this is funny. When I came down here to first meet Mr. Norton, because he was a principal.
Yeah.
I came down here early because I'm always early, and so I wanted to just kind of drive around the area. And I'm like, I know where 27 is. It's okay if I get lost a little bit.
Sure.
Took off driving. I ended up pulling out. I kid you not, and turning right because I just thought 27 was back over there at Crab Orchard Industry Road, where the new high school is.
Oh, how about that?
Which, of course, then it was just a farm.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have a job yet. But thought
And
that was funny. That's
that
what
was
I was.
prior to GPS.
Yeah.
Well, there was no GPS.
There's no
It was-
GPS. So it was a good thing. And when you started in what, 2000?
I started in fall of '99.
Fall of 99.
Yeah, fall of '99.
Yeah, so it's been around a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's 2025, and
Wow.
next thing you know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's been wild.
And one of the things, Chris, and I've shared this with you, and I've shared this with all of our viewers and listeners. I mean, the facts are the facts, and you leading our band. In my 26 years here, it's the most successful, extracurricular, co-curricular event that we have. And just kind of talk to us about, those early years when you came to Garrard and just kind of the journey and kind of honestly kind of what it took to kind of get the band to where the band is today.
The band kids picked up pretty quick. They wanted to be involved and wanted to be around each other and everything. The biggest thing I probably had to sell was to the parents. That why are you having another practice? Well, did you see that? We need to. So it was kind of educating the and of course we're very supportive, but they didn't know because I think the 4 years before me they had the same director, but he had gone from a band of maybe 8, and he had built it up. And the year before I got here was the first time any of those kids had even been in a marching band. They'd just been sitting in the stands. And so my first year, they were already slated to compete. So that was a little daunting coming in, and they haven't known that they had not done it before.
Right.
Like I said, the kids were willing to do whatever we asked. It was more educating everybody else and trying to get support that way. And then once the kids started doing it, the parents started jumping on board. Well, then all of a sudden there's teachers jumping on board, administration jumping on board, and then we just kept pushing and pushing and pushing until we started to get something right.
So that first year you took the band and qualified to go to the state finals.
The first year that we did.
Yeah, I'm just saying go back to that first year that you hit that you heard the news that the results and then you knew that you were going to take the band to the state finals that night.
Tell you all of it, yeah.
Kind of take us back to that, kind of how that
It's
felt.
very vivid. So we thought we had been having a good year, and we thought, wow, this really might be it. Either we're going to get in,
What
or
year
we're going
was
to be
this?
2006. We're either going to get in, or we're just going to miss it on the outside. I remember it was actually Dr. Stoll who came to me as principal then. And he said, so it's in Bowling Green, right? And I said, yeah. I said, you don't have to worry about coming. And he goes, no, I need to. And I said, really? And he said, well, you're having a good year. Maybe this is it. And I'm like, well, maybe so. And we had a good performance. And kids did great. And we're waiting for the results. And we're all out there. All the directors and drum majors are on the field at that time facing the audience. And they're starting to announce the 4 finalists. And I think they announced one, and it wasn't us. And then we pretty much thought it was going to be us next or somebody else. And they said Garrard County, and I remember I collapsed to the ground, just squatted down, and was like this, because I was just kind of wrap my head around it, and I looked up, and who did I see but Kevin Stoll and his family right there, just grinning and so happy too. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is happening. And then right after this is a lot of the band directors that know me from that time love this story. After that, you have to draw for your placement for finals. Well, naturally, I'm excited but freaking out.
Sure.
And so I get over there, and there's all these other directors that have done it for years and are always in finals, and I'm like, and so I didn't even know what number we drew, and I'm like, okay, whatever, we'll tell you what to do next. And I was like, I have no idea what to do next, guys. What do I do? And finally, a guy named Tim Allen, who's still a good friend of mine, who's from Adair County, he grabbed me and he said, it's just another contest. Go get on the bus. And I was like, okay, it's another contest. It's just going to be at Western Stadium. So
that's really well. One of the things you couldn't do that day, I can assure you, is you couldn't text anybody because you didn't have a phone.
No,
because you were one of the last humans I've
2011 is when I got my first cell phone.
I'll never forget the first text I received from you.
He didn't believe me. He was like, "There's no way Chris Vance is texting."
This is not for Chris. This was not for Chris Vance. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk about more just memorable moments here with Dr. Vance and talk about some nicknames that we have given him, some deserved and some not so deserved over the years. But this is the Golden Lion Sports Network, the Chris Vance Farewell Show.
Shut up.
Bob Allen is Danville's deal maker. Save more on Bob Allen's winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Shop on lot or online at boballenmotormall.com. Bob Allen is a proud supporter of Garrard County Athletics.
At Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, we understand the meaning of commitment, hard work, and extra effort. Just like our Golden and Lady Lion teams, we're proud to be part of the tradition that makes our community special. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Students, get ready now. The Garrard County Area Technology Center nursing program engages students and offers an accelerated path to a nursing career. Fast track to a great future by gaining hands-on experience and training. Ready? Why wait? Make tomorrow today at the Garrard County Area Technology Center.
Safe, secure, Docubit. Introducing DataBot, a precision digital destruction tool that protects your confidentiality and allows for sustainable device recycling. Secure document and digital destruction by the area's premier data protection service. Call Docubit.
Hey, I'm Micah Wade. I'm a lender at First Southern National Bank in Lancaster. I'm excited to serve the Garrard County community. Good luck to all of our athletes this season. Go Lions.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
Buy local, eat well at Marksberry Farm.
We're growing and we need you. Great people.
Great job.
Come be part of our exciting future.
Come taste for yourself or shop online. See our story at marksberryfarm.com.
At Farmers National Bank, we understand the unique needs of our community, whether personal banking, business banking, or agriculture. We're here with you every step of the way, enhancing lives and empowering communities. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank.
Danville Office Equipment is proud to be the area's premier partner in providing office solutions and supplies. From businesses, schools, to home offices, we take pride in helping our neighbors be more productive. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
The Garrard County Chamber of Commerce, where business meets community. Business and community members alike can get involved, stay informed, and take advantage of helpful insights. Supporting local means a healthier community. Sound good? Then the Garrard County Chamber of Commerce is for you.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. You'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Like a good neighbor, Katie Farthing and her State Farm team are there, protecting your home, car, life, and business.
Actually, we're pretty good at it.
Now's the perfect time to call and make sure you're getting the coverage and price you deserve at Katie Farthing State Farm.
But here's your Pastor Wendell statement. Your prayer life is a transcript of your prophetic future. What you're praying today is written down on what you will see tomorrow. Don't stop praying. Amen.
Rockin' and Rollin' Radio. WMSM.
And welcome back, folks, here at the I guess the epicenter here of Main Street Media. Is we don't get to use this place as much as we like.
We got you out on the road.
Special
now,
occasions. We've been out on the road. We've been moving and shaking. We've been a couple different places. So that's a good thing. We'll have to call you in to be a a guest host one of these days on your retirement tour.
Would be fun.
Football
game broadcast.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my goodness.
What can we work in?
So we want to go ahead. We want to talk about some stories going down, but a few things that we want to say, before we get there. So Jeff brought up a great, question in order to ask you is, you've been doing it now for a long time. And I know through coaching I could give you an answer, but what's the difference you've seen in directing a band in 1995 and in 2024? What's the 25? I guess you did, but what's kind of, how's it changed?
Probably the biggest thing is on the marching band side, and it's the electronics. Mm-hmm. It's extremely expensive now. There are plenty of people that make the argument that is it still the same thing, or is it that I'm just turning the microphone up on this kid?
Right.
Because that's not really teaching them how to play an instrument if I can do it all from a little console in front of me. And some people are a lot, I wouldn't say I'm either this side or that side. It's just there probably needs to be some regulations that keep things from being too much the standpoint of, well, I've got the smartest computer guy on the planet, so I don't need to have any good kids.
Right.
And I think that's probably where it's headed if they aren't careful. I'm being very careful to say they because I'm not in it anymore. I've joked for years that I thought one of the greatest things that could happen would be if something happened and no one could use electronics at a contest. Mm-hmm. Just surprise. You're without. Now what are you going to do? And we're really going to find out which bands are playing and which bands have the most microphones.
Like Milli Vanilli.
So,
what? Like Milli Vanilli.
Yes, they had way too many microphones.
It might just be you.
Yes.
So, one of the interesting things, Chris, that you kind of mentioned that, because one of the things that when I would go and hear our band compete and play, I always thought our kids, it just sounded better, because there was such an emphasis, I think, on just that, that you're talking about. I think it's also worth noting the one of the things that amazes me about what you were able to pull off was the continuity with your staff.
Right.
Yeah. So it kind of goes without saying, Noel Green was there with you for so many years, and
28 of 30
years.
Yeah.
And we've often said, we use it, from our perspective when we're talking about, like our athletic programs, or honestly, Chris, even our academics. We always say we need to have this cohesion, like the band does. That we're one heartbeat. We're working in unison, and we're in this thing for Garrard County, not just for a particular school, a particular sport, or even a particular level. So, kind of talk about how important that was for you and the band to have that level of success with you and Noel working together so closely.
Well, I think when Noel came in, we were both from the same mindset so much of just how do we build the program, not for anything that's going to benefit Vance or Green, but how do we build the program. It was very important to both of us. And for me first, because I got here before him, was people were asking at the end of my first year if I was leaving. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, I want to at least provide you all some continuity for a little bit, and we'll see what happens. And I was thinking at the time 4 years, and now it's been 30. So, but even when Noel came in, it was we were so like-minded in the idea of we wanted to build the program for the kids, and we'd rather our names not even be involved. And we just kept pushing for that very reason of just and pushing from the standpoint of, in order for the seniors to be the best when they're seniors, we've got to make sure everything's going right with 6th, 7th, and 8th, and that's leading into the high school. And so there's a lot of connections and cohesiveness we put together of just trying to get kids involved at the high school that maybe weren't ready to be at the high school yet. Maybe some of that was to tell some of the parents, this is what we're getting into, this is what you're doing. And then, and we all know that once you have a little bit of success breeds success. Everybody wanted to be a part of that. But it was important and if I didn't like you guys as much as I do, I wouldn't be here now, because I don't like getting recognition for things, and neither does Nicole. And then we already joked that I got Teacher of the Year when I'm not really teaching.
That's something we need to talk about, because I am really hurt. Because we strove.
Did you ever win that, Scott?
I did not.
Yeah.
I take that back. I take that back. I self-appointed. I won it a lot of times.
I saw it. I saw it above your door.
You saw it above my door.
Yep.
Somebody may have stuck it above my door. May have been me.
You guys were known to have committees.
we
had our own committees.
Self-promotion.
Yeah.
We were. And so kind of on the same deal, two things. One, you all had the perfect blueprint with you, with you and Mr. Green. So Mr. Green obviously teaches at the middle school. You taught at the high school, but it was never a middle school or high school program. It was a Garrett County Band program.
Yes.
And I mean, that's the perfect the perfect blueprint.
That's the goal, I think. All of us, no matter whether you teach band or you're a coach or you teach English or whatever, you're here for the kids to go on. We all know we're not here for money.
Right, absolutely.
And so it's important that the kids are successful and they're progressing. And there were so many times over the years when they'd want to take a picture. And I just found out this past year they wanted to take a picture. Oh, Mr. Vance, I was like, no, because I want it to be the kids that did it,
Sure.
But anyway.
Yeah, no, but you got to have it in, there's got to be somebody leading it.
Yeah.
So somebody has got to be able to lead it. We haven't been moving enough, I guess. We get our lights go off. So let me ask you this, Dr. Vance. Now that this is going to be this is the twilight part of it. We like it. This is the romantic part of when we start talking about. There you go. It comes back on. This is where we start talking about good stories. So coming in now, what's next? I know you talked about judging.
I don't think I'll judge the first year. Right now, I'm ready to have a break from band.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all, because some of the other people already know. Everybody goes, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And the only thing I have planned is I'm renting a car.
Oh.
And I'm going to drive around the northwestern part of the United States.
Cool. Are you really?
And I'm going to do all of it during band camp.
Good for you.
Because it has been from either me being in band, going back to 8th grade,
right,
or teaching a band before I became a band director. Other than the exception of COVID, I've been in band camp for 41 years.
Oh my gosh!
So I'm going to take this one off.
Yeah. Well, good for you, man.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So, Chris, I think I might know the answer to this, but I love that you were talking about. Really, what you're talking about a while ago was making an impact on students, right?
Yeah.
And I participated in an event at Campbellsville University last week, and it was folks graduating Campbellsville going into teaching, and it was their exit interview. And I ended every one of them with, this is the best career you could ever choose, because when we leave our life, it's not about the fame or the money that we were able to accumulate. It's about the impact and just making the world a better place.
Absolutely.
And just sitting back and in all seriousness, I'm in awe of thinking about all the positive impact that you had over the years, and the difference you made in so many kids' lives, the memories that you made, the moments that you provided them. So kind of right along with that, like your favorite memory, like if you had to boil it down to maybe one or two really favorite memories. I know I've got one that
scares me.
Well, it's probably teaching across from me.
That was a big part of it.
That's a big part of
it. So, during my years as principal, at EKU 2014, pretty cool night. Pretty cool night.
Cold.
On top of the fact it's a very cold night. It was a very cool night.
I was there, by the way.
You were there for that.
You were
there for that.
That was a good luck
charm.
charm.
Impressive.
So that's when Garrett County won their first state championship.
Yeah.
Man, just what a neat experience that was. I still get coach chills thinking about it. Just kind of being a part of it that night. That was a lot of fun. Just kind of being there and kind of seeing the happiness and just 100% joy from from the participants, the students, the staff, the parents, the community. I'll never forget that caravan that brought you guys back to Lancaster.
That was fun.
It was about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. We were there at the town square,
and I think
just kind of enjoying ourselves.
I think our caravan ended up blocking somebody's path.
Yeah, I believe so.
I can't remember. Somebody was trying to go.
I don't remember.
Go home, but I don't remember. I don't remember.
Go west, my friend. Go west.
I don't remember anything about that.
That was the cherry on the top, buddy.
Absolutely. That's the good thing.
But that has to rank right up there, right?
Yeah, it
kind
does.
of winning the state championship.
I tell you,
being so special.
You put me on the spot a little bit because I wasn't ready for that question, but I can tell you immediately what popped in my head, and it's probably because it's more recent. This past year, we went to nationals.
I bet.
I mean, as we were walking underneath. Well, we first made it around the buildings. They could see the stadium. I was like, guys, there it is. And they were like, whoa, And then we got to where we're inside in the tunnel, and we're walking to where we have to go warm up. And every now and then you get a little door. It's kind of open enough where you can see the turf.
And they
you
hadn't
see the
seen
kids'
it yet?
eyes. Yeah, they hadn't seen it. Their kids' eyes were all lighting up. And then, of course, finally when it was time for them to take the field, I was like, all right, guys, come on. And their faces. And so that was impressive. It was from a performance standpoint. But there was one thing that I will never, ever forget. And we'd had some people at the hotel stop us and other parents, say, hey, your kids have been great, things like that. And we're leaving. And I'm like, and the manager comes out from behind the desk and says, are you in charge of this group? And I'm like, it depends on what you're about to tell me. And she goes, okay, well, I just want to tell you, she said, we have a lot of school groups here and a lot of kid groups. You're the only group we've never had one complaint on.
Wow.
Your kids
Pretty
were
cool.
just
That's
perfect.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And I take a lot more pride in that than probably anything else, just because they know that they're representing the band and the school and this community. And so that'll be forever one of my proudest moments.
Awesome.
That they know that they're representatives of all of this here.
That's very important. And honestly, we hear that a lot.
I agree.
With a lot of our teams, our athletics, our academics, all that stuff. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, our final segment here with Wild Bill Vance, and we're going to tell some stories in this last segment. And we're also got some shout outs.
I'll be stepping out.
We've got some shout outs. So if you folks want to kind of tell us your best memory of Dr. Vance, we'll make sure that because we want to talk about Garrett County wants to know, are you really a doctor? That's one of the things we want to talk about.
There's a guy sitting in front of us that was convinced.
This is the Golden Lion Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Rockin' and roaring from the GEC studios.
WMSM.
Hey Garrett County, this is Anthony with Double D's Beer Cheese. Have you tried our local beer cheese? You can now get it at Lancaster Liquors, Yoder's Custom Processing. Man, it's good. Can't wait for you to try our beer cheese. I think it'll be your favorite too.
Honest, reliable, dependable. It's more than just a tagline at 3 City Heating and Air. Folks around here know you call a locally owned company when you need the job done right. 3 City is committed to keeping local families comfortable and always at a fair price. Residential and commercial HVAC made easy. 3 City Heating and Air.
Nothing beats the hometown taste of Lee's famous recipe. Lee's Fish and Chips Combo is now only $6.99 and a 12-piece family meal just $33, including our tasty fixins. Now that's something to cheer about. Lee's famous recipe in Lancaster. Go Lions!
And welcome back, folks, as we're here live at the Garrett Educational Center from the heartbeat of Main Street Media, as we are with Chris Vance, Dr. Vance, Wild Bill Vance, all kinds of great stuff.
So over the years, how many people have asked you if you're a doctor?
Oh, many. Or they don't ask and they just go, oh, I didn't know you're a doctor. Good.
I remember the game.
2 years. I had no idea. I had to ask. I was going to do a post, and I thought, well, what if he isn't a doctor? And then I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about.
I love
More than I usually don't.
Well, just sort of like I was the self-appointed teacher of the year. We have just appointed you to be.
I was going to say, I think it was you just one day ran in the hall and said, hey, Dr. Vance. And then after that, it was like,
it was.
is he a
Well,
doctor? Okay.
so the years at the old high school, we were right across from each other.
Yeah.
And so we would always give kids a hard time. You
And
know.
talk about curriculum.
And talk, when we're not working our lesson
Yes.
plans.
In
your committee meeting.
With
TAC.
TAC was in there. With Chris Cooper. I mean, Chris Cooper, you know, we were trying to help him with all things education. But we had a good time. We did. And so we always like to give people a hard time. Yeah. And then we found out, and Dr. Stoll was one of these at the time as our principal, that we all had a common affinity for a show.
Oh, yeah.
And one of our favorite shows was Deadliest Catch.
Yeah.
And we all enjoyed watching that.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when you finally stepped into the real world and got a cell phone.
Yeah.
And you started texting
about the Deadliest Catch.
Oh, yeah. And I thought somebody's pranking us. And they're claiming to be Dr. Vance. I mean, that's a cool. So that's where the Wild Bill came from.
Yeah. Well,
favorite? Is he your favorite captain?
I like him because he's a Steelers fan.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a Steelers fan. He used to have behind him. He had a terrible towel hanging there.
I never even paid attention to that.
Didn't you all say he had a relative on the show?
Who?
Yeah.
Vance? Well, he probably did. I mean,
I thought I heard that.
I mean,
you had a relative on the show.
Facts, we probably.
Well, if you talk to Dave Ammon, J.D. Vance is my cousin.
Oh,
so maybe he is. I don't know.
Well, honestly, you know, I just thought that's probably what you should do now. You should probably go up to Alaska
crab boat.
You could probably work on a crab boat.
I think that's a great idea.
That would be perfect for you,
The
Vance.
Northwest? He's already going through the Northwest.
When you drive up there, just keep going
Just apply.
north. Just keep going north.
Just
Save
show
some
up.
gas.
Just show up. They're always looking for good help.
And then I will be on the show long enough for Sig to kill me, and then I'll be on the show.
You can go to Kodiak.
We know that guy.
Go to Kodiak. I say he finally made it. He finally made it. But that's where the Wild Bill came from.
Yep, that's where Wild Bill is.
Right. And then we've got one of our favorites.
Oh, yeah, that's right here.
This shirt. I mean, this shirt is one of my favorite things. And they've got on the back of it. They got the Vance.
It has to go to Chris Willems. He's the one that came up with that.
Now here's some of the shout out to Chris Willems. He texted me today and wanted me to do something. I wish I'd had time because I wanted to come out here. But before we get to these Vanceisms, some of the ones that I always remember. Two or three things. One was check a set. I hear it all the time because I mean everybody that's familiar with where the football, baseball field is, and the band's practicing there in tennis, and you would hear them, and you'd hear that ding, 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 all the time. And I would always remember that and take it back. You know, he'd get at them, but here he is, run it back is what he's got on there.
Run it back again. One more time.
Oh yeah.
Clear the mechanism.
Clear the
I can tell you about that in a minute.
Kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Check your set.
Check your set.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
Got it.
I love those. Those were things that I just really enjoyed and getting to hear. And I tell people if you're playing baseball, basketball, football, and if they start complaining about how much they practice.
Oh yeah.
I want to say, do y'all realize?
Hey, when I first came to Garrard County, I was an assistant football coach, and back again where the high school is at the middle school, the linemen, we would practice kind of on that little green, that grass area that's kind of perpendicular to the baseball field.
Oh yeah.
And then like our skill guys would practice on the baseball field, outfield, and every day during the summer, my guys would complain about how hot it is. But the band was on pavement before we started practicing, and when we left, the band was still practicing. So it didn't take me long coming into Garrard County saying, well, if the band guys could be out there practicing, y'all can't complain about the hot and how tired you are.
We gave them a hard time. I mean, because you guys practice all the time, and then I always gave you a hard time for all the you would come to some basketball games occasionally. Preferably, you always seem to.
It's all about distance.
It's all about distance.
About where he lived.
Because
how hard it was to travel over to the
He wanted to know what the traffic was like on Maplewood before he stepped out on his
York Avenue or York Street.
He said, "Can I cross Maple Avenue enough to get there?" But I used to give him a hard time if he was never at a ball game. I let him know about it. But just fun times, man. And one of the things that I'll brag on you about, because I don't like to brag on you too much, is you're one of the absolute best I've ever seen with relationships.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, just the best. I know you know music. I know you know band and all that stuff. But you're one of the best at creating relationships. And that is what we always talk about as kind of the it factor.
Well,
and that is, you're one of the best I've ever been around.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know if I'll accept your compliment. But,
don't get used to
it. Oh, don't worry. But yeah, I just, I've said to the kids before, if we win state every single year, have a perfect concert band every single year, and that's all I teach you, I've completely failed. I've got to try to make people.
Oh yeah.
And let them go out into the world and be good people. And maybe one day they'll go, I remember learning this in band. Maybe it'll apply to this too.
Yeah. Well, so I want to go through a few of these before we get off here. So Kaylin Norval's on here a couple times. She says that we miss Pop Vance and all the love from Garrard. Said they just is that what grandbaby calls you, Pop?
No, that's Ella's fault.
Oh,
so
Ella.
The first time she brings Casey, he's only a couple weeks old. It's right before state, so we're having late practices. So they know, so they bring him. So he's very young, so he's not even awake.
Right.
And so I carry him into the band room. All the kids are eating, and Ella, my wonderful daughter, who's behind me, goes, "Hey, look, it's Pap Vance."
Oh,
and all of a sudden, Pap, you're not helping at all.
So what is her name? So what is her name?
What am I? I'm actually going by the term Bubba.
Bubba.
And that's because that was my grandfather's name.
That's awesome.
And this is cool. And actually, this made my mom tear up. But my first year teaching here, my grandfather, who was named Bubba, I was very close to, passed away. In my last year here, I'm now a grandfather, and they're going to call me Bubba.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah,
that is really cool. And we didn't get a chance to talk about Ella and they're great family.
That's okay.
And we love Ella. She's been fantastic. I know you had the pleasure of having her in the band for a long time.
And she taught this past year.
She did.
She's
a part of it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's fantastic. That's kind of a full circle. Kenton Napier checking in here said, "Love you, man." As he said, Vance was not big on the escorts, but we made him.
It's kind of late, man.
That's right. He wanted to make sure. Lily Adams checks in, says, "We love you, Mr. Vance." Miss Karen Ross Barnes checks in. She's one that's probably heard the band practice many times. Let's see here. I'm going to go on down through here. Caitlin Norval says, "Best memory is Vance giving me a hug after not making the state last year." Said, "I love my Vance." Whitney Abel says, "Best memory state 2022. Peggy Lou Sharp said, "Watching and remembering, especially nationals." That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Terry Gotzi Lane checks in with me. She says he resisted a cell phone for years. He really,
I did.
He really did. So this is from Gemma, because she doesn't have a Facebook, so she's using Whitney. She said, "My best memory of Vance was when I first got close to him, and it was through a stupid video I made for him, and now he's my best friend." She said, "What about that?" Tara,
There's a video about them being scared of me.
Is that what it was?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you were the star of it. Tara Knowles says, "Good luck, Mr. Vance. Thanks for all the memories." And Liliana Perez says, "I miss Vance after not seeing him because I'm not in high school." But again, all of this, I didn't hear one of them say out here, "Thanks for teaching me how to play the clarinet."
That's right.
You didn't read those.
They didn't teach me how to. You taught me how to read music. You taught me how to do this or that. It's all about the relationship part, and that's the most important.
Well, and I would say this, Chris, in closing, this is year 26. Garrett County is my home. I'm a Garrett Countian, and I've been blessed to come across some of, I think, the best people that the good Lord has ever kind of put on this planet, and I consider myself blessed.
Absolutely.
Kind of come in contact with you.
Absolutely.
It's mutual.
We feel, we've been talking a whole lot about your contribution to the band, and without a doubt, just the significant contribution you made. But you're a teacher in that building too, and the leadership that you display for your peers, the support that you provide them every day. You know, when I was a principal, you were a site-based member, just such a valuable member of everything we did. You know, the Lord blesses us along the way, and I've definitely been blessed. I consider you a friend.
That's right.
You know, I love you, brother. I wish you nothing but good luck, man. Absolutely.
Man, I tell you, hopefully I can get this in real quick because I know you're on a time thing. But I read recently. I do read sometimes. Something that said the most important thing in this life to be is useful.
Oh, my goodness.
So ever since I've heard that, like, man, I just want to say I don't know where to look. So I'm looking.
I think it's this one.
Okay. To Garrard County, the people of Garrard County, the school, the band, all of you, thank you for making me useful.
There you go, man. Well, we appreciate it. Like you said, we love you. Two more for Lily Adams says, thanks for taking me to nationals. I'll never forget. And Ella Johnson jumps in. She says, it's the Three Musketeers. Love you guys, especially the Godfather. The Godfather. We forgot about the Godfather.
I was going to let that go.
Godfather. We forgot about the Godfather. And so man, thank you so much.
Well,
you know, you won't be,
Yeah.
you definitely
Thank
won't,
you. Thank you.
You won't be a stranger.
Oh,
I know
no.
we'll still
No,
be
I'll be
seeing you
around. I'll
and
be around.
all that stuff. And I just appreciate you and echo everything Dr. Gresham said. And we're excited for you to turn you out, man. Let you go see the world during band camp where you don't have to anymore.
Send us some pictures.
Send us some pictures.
I will. Take pictures
well,
and send them.
you know, I don't do the social media thing, but Ella said if I send her some stuff, she'll make sure
There you
it
go.
gets
See,
out.
that's good.
There you go.
right.
See, they've done away with roaming, so now you can call us all the time. You don't have to worry about roaming. You know, you won't have any 10 cents for every text.
I'm going to
so
get a
you're
flip
good.
phone for my trip.
Folks, this is Dr. Chris Vance, the Godfather, as and Wild Bill, any of those things you want to call him. He is now retiring after 30 years of action here in Garrard County, and we're so thankful for him and the time that he has put in. And if you get a chance to stop in and see him, he'll be here until the end of May. Because we can't hold you into June.
Nope.
We'll get you to the end of May, and so make sure you get by and see him. This has been Main Street Media with a special edition of our main man, Chris Vance Retirement Show. We'll see you next time. Until next time, God bless America, and let's go Garrard County.
Bob Allen is Danville's Dealmaker. Save more on Bob Allen's winning selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Shop on lot or online at boballenmotormall.com. Bob Allen is a proud supporter of Garrard County Athletics.
At Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, we understand the meaning of commitment, hard work, and extra effort. Just like our Golden and Lady Lion teams, we're proud to be part of the tradition that makes our community special. Central Kentucky Federal Savings Bank, your hometown friends, your hometown bank.
Students, get ready now. The Garrard County Area Technology Center nursing program engages students and offers an accelerated path to a nursing career. Fast track to a great future by gaining hands-on experience and training. Ready? Why wait? Make tomorrow today at the Garrard County Area Technology Center.
Safe, secure, DocuBit. Introducing DataBot, a precision digital destruction tool that protects your confidentiality and allows for sustainable device recycling. Secure document and digital destruction by the area's premier data protection service. Call DocuBit.
Hey, I'm Micah Wade. I'm a lender at First Southern National Bank in Lancaster. I'm excited to serve the Garrard County community. Good luck to all of our athletes this season. Go Lions.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
Buy local, eat well at Marks Berry Farm.
We're growing and we need you. Great people.
Great job.
Come be part of our exciting future.
Come taste for yourself or shop online. See our story at marksberryfarm.com.
At Farmers National Bank, we understand the unique needs of our community. Whether personal banking, business banking, or agriculture, we're here with you every step of the way, enhancing lives and empowering communities. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank.
Danville Office Equipment is proud to be the area's premier partner in providing office solutions and supplies. From businesses, schools, to home offices, we take pride in helping our neighbors be more productive. Danville Office Equipment, Danville, Lebanon, and Somerset.
The Garrard County Chamber of Commerce, where business meets community. Business and community members alike can get involved, stay informed, and take advantage of helpful insights. Supporting local means a healthier community. Sound good? Then the Garrard County Chamber of Commerce is for you.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. You'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Like a good neighbor, Katie Farthing and her State Farm team are there, protecting your home, car, life, and business.
Actually, we're pretty good at it.
Now's the perfect time to call and make sure you're getting the coverage and price you deserve at Katie Farthing State Farm.
But here's your Pastor Wendell statement. Your prayer life is a transcript of your prophetic future. What you're praying today is written down on what you will see tomorrow. Don't stop praying. Amen.
Rockin' and Rollin' Radio. WMSM.